Today, I want to speak to you not as a content creator, but as someone who understands some things. As someone who has been breaking. There's a version of life that we don't talk about. There's a version of being at your lowest that people don't speak about loudly. It's having dreams and not having the energy to chase them. It's waking up and feeling nothing. It's being surrounded by people and still feeling alone. The last few months of my life have taught me so much. They have taught me things that I think I should write a book about. No matter how talented you are, no matter how a good person you are, no matter how gifted you are, no matter how prayerful you are, no matter how best of a person you are, there comes a time when things don't just work anymore. There comes a time when your plans don't go as planned. Money situations change. Things you planned failed. Things you invested go in the particular way that you didn't expect. It's a very frustrating moment. All of a sudden, you move from certain to uncertain. Lowest point means different things to different people. It can be you getting damaged financially, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. Low point means different points to different people. And that's why you just move from a place where you had planned all your life to being uncertain. You move from confidence to being shaky. You are scared. And the saddest thing is, sometimes people won't say it. Because from the outside, you look okay. You are posting, you're smiling, you're spending time with people, but deep down, you are broken. You are calculating every second of your life. How do I fix this? How do I bounce back? Will I be okay? That moment teaches you things that no school can. Hello, online family. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Brightstar, and this one is just not another star. This one is beautiful, bold, bright, brave, brilliant, and a little extra. Bright by name, star by nature. Bright by name, bold by purpose, built from grass to grace, rising through scars and refusing to dim. On this channel, I am not just Brightstar. I am your online bestie. Here, we laugh, we grow, and we shine together. Life is too short to dim your light. So if you've ever lost your light, I hope you find some of it here. And if you are here for the lessons, for the laughter, or something a little extra, you are in the right place. All things bold, all things Brightstar. Being on your lowest can be a result of many things, okay? It can be vices such as addiction, alcoholism, or sometimes it can be a series of bad decisions. But that's okay. Today, I am not here to condemn you. Whatever led you to being on the lowest, you know it. And what matters is you're here looking for solutions on how to fix that. What's my story and being on my lowest point? I am not sure. But anyway, so mine is a combination of both vices and bad decisions, but mostly bad decisions. Because I do not take alcohol, I do not, go to party. I literally am the most careful person on earth. So it's not like I had an addiction, but I had an addiction of social media. And addiction of social media came after I was now in my lowest point. So how did it start? I had big dreams when I was growing up. I wanted to change the world. And I've been helped by so many people. And so as a result of that, I've been trying to help everyone I come with. I was young. I don't know I did know that sometimes you don't help everybody. So my bad decisions has to be, I have a business, okay? I have a business, I have a team. But because I constantly wanted to save everyone, I would end up sometimes using my business money. And oh, it has been a lot. So mostly for me, my lowest point came last year and part of this year. And the reason why I was there is that I hit my lowest where business is concerned. If you watch my previous video before this, you will see I was actually venting on a video. But anyway, so it has been just a journey where I'm making money, I am working hard, I'm sacrificing myself, but I'm saving so many people and I'm not saving myself. And it was okay at first because I could survive it. But then after 1 year, 2 years, I think my brain got tired. And now last year, I did not have anything left anymore to give out. Like literally, I had nothing to give out. And I found myself in my lowest point. Some of the people I had helped, I even tried to reach out if they could refund my money. They didn't. Like I just found myself in my lowest point, literally. And I know how it feels. That's what I'm saying. I know how it feels. And when I did that, I was so embarrassed. I was so like I ran away from the world. I stopped doing the things that I liked, that is attending events, attending trainings. I stopped dressing up. I gained weight, a lot of weight. Oh my goodness, I used to be so skinny. I gained a lot of weight because I was eating constantly. When you're stressed, sometimes you'll just want to eat. I gained weight, I gained debt, massive debt. And so after that, now I gained an addiction, which was social media. I would wake up in the morning, go to social media. Wake up at night. I mean, at night before I go to bed, social media. I was addicted to just scrolling and scrolling because it's like scrolling helped me escape from my pain. And because I don't take alcohol, I don't do, I don't party, I don't do work, I'm not in a relationship, I do not have any other outlet other than social media. And by the time I realized my screen time was so bad to the point that almost every social media page, I've set time limits for social media. So almost all my social media pages were actually telling me, hey, do you need to take a break? Just reduce your screen time. Like it was 10 hours plus a day. And it was just bad. And yeah, that is why I'm speaking about something that is very personal. I am not sure if I'm supposed to be saying this, but I understand. And I'm speaking to you from a point of a person who is trying to recover from a low point, and I know you can recover too. And sometimes the challenging, like for me, when the moment I made peace and I said it was because of my decisions, I was too kind, I employed the wrong people, I kept losing money because I'm loaning people money. I wanted to take my whole family with me. I was carrying everyone. I adopted a few kids, not really adopted, but I fostered a few kids. I had a lot of bills that would not match my business money, and I didn't think about it until I sat down with someone like a few weeks ago, and he told me I needed to first take care of me, because the reason why I've reached a point where I was about to sink is that I made bad decisions. And to me, honestly, to me they're not bad decisions, I'm sorry, but to me they're not bad decisions, because for me, as long as something helps someone, it's not a bad decision. But now I'm at a point where I have to rebuild my life, and now I realize it was not so smart. I should have first focused on building myself and then building others, but it's not too late. And so I'm giving you pointers for my own experience and the things that have worked for me. So you've woken up today and you found yourself in the lowest. You feel depressed, you feel anxious, you feel suicidal, you feel you are alone in this whole world, and maybe you want to end your life, or you feel you have no comeback. How do you start? Like, how do you rebuild your life from your lowest point? Stop fixing your life in a whole day. The pressure to be perfect is going to break you more than it will help you. Consistency isn't built in big moments. It's built in small, hard decisions that nobody says. Stop having this pressure that you have to be the focused, motivated, disciplined version of yourself all in a day. Stop wanting to like wake up at 6 a.m., do this and this, start a business, start a family, Stop thinking that you have to fix your life in a day. Being at your lowest, you do not need more pressure. Your brain is already pressured enough. You've already experienced enough. You just need to do this. Focus on one thing a day. One small win. Maybe it's making your bed. Maybe tomorrow it's waking up 30 minutes earlier than you do. Maybe the other day is writing a business plan. It has to be small steps, step by step, until you win. And honestly, when I found myself on my lowest, I wanted to fix my finances in a day. I wanted to fix my life in a day, and that pressure almost killed me. Honestly, it made me so depressed because I kept waking up every day with the goal to fix my life. And then I would write a list like 30 things that I'm supposed to fix today. Wake up at this hour, do this. And the more I made that list, the more I did not actually succeed to do it. And the more I got depressed. And so I realized I did not need to fix my life in a day. I needed to just take it a step at a time. And when I did that, when did I do that? I think it's only 2 weeks. Oh God, I tried. Okay, this is a thing. I tried to fix my life last year in August. And then December, November, something happened with the family that raised me. So again, I went to zero and I was messed up for like until this, like 3 months, 4 months later. So like 2 weeks ago is the time I was like, Brightstar, you need to rebuild your life again. So I'm back again. It's like I'm started. This is the second week and I'm like, oh God, Brightstar, you need to get a little bit serious with your goals. But what I've done in the last 2 weeks, the things I've done differently is that I've taken a day at a time. The first day I was like, I need to wake up at 4 a.m. So what do? I sleep early and I try. I slept at 10. I woke up at 12. Again, I scroll in social media. I slept at 4. It was a mess for a while. But for the last 1 week, I've actually woken up at 5:30. Yeah! I've actually woken up at 5:30 and slept at around 11. And my brain is still trying to process the change, but it's actually happening. So have one goal. My biggest goal and my biggest win was to just wake up earlier, like in 30 minutes or 1 hour, and not scroll. I had developed this habit where every day I was just doing social media and it was draining. So I can wake up at 6 a.m. and do social media until 9, then I'm tired before the day starts. So one win a day, one consistent habit a day. Small, hard decisions. If you're maybe addicted to alcoholism or you're taking any drug, you can decide to reduce it. Like, because if you just take all of it out of your body, you can end up hallucinating and stuff like that. I have never taken drugs, so I'm not sure how it works or alcohol, but it's good to reduce. If you're taking 2 liters a day, take like 1.5, the next day take 1. Keep reducing it until you are fine. If it's social media scrolling, just decide, I'm gonna be scrolling like 1 hour a day, not 5 hours. Keep reducing as you go. Then replace this idle time with something. Which leads me to my next point. Find an outlet. I don't know what outlets are to you, but I will give you examples. If you've been going through lowest moments and you got addicted to something, how about you replace that vice, that addiction, that pain, that depression, that anxiety with an outlet? And that outlet can be something that you love, something that you enjoy doing. So let's say YouTube, let's say videos, let's say dancing, let's say music, let's say fashion, something you've always wanted to do since you were young and then you've never done it. How about every time you feel like scrolling, you go record a video instead? So you don't become just a consumer, you actually become a creator. How about that thing that you've always wanted to do? I don't know what it is. Maybe you wanted to be a footballer or you wanted to be a basketballer, like you have a game that you really like. How about you learn that skill? You have to find an outlet to your pen. Writing can actually be a very good outlet to you if you're going through something. And that outlet should be something that doesn't necessarily have to earn you money, but it should be something that adds to the value of the person you are. I'll give you my own example. Honestly, I felt with the business, I did not want to do YouTube. I did not want to do social media. I already had an active page where I'm just dancing and doing challenges here and there. But then I figured out if I needed to overcome my social media addiction, I was going to start doing videos. And that is why I'm doing this videos. So I'm doing these videos to kill time. Because I realize anytime I'm idle, I end up overthinking and I end up just crashing out and I end up crying. So my free time, because I'm a loner, I don't have a family yet, my own family. I have my family that raised me and I have my grandparents. I have not given birth to my kids yet and I don't have a husband or boyfriend. So that means I have a lot of free time and most of the time I'm sleeping in the office, so I have a lot of free time. So that free time needed to be channeled to something. And to me, that was videos. And you don't know how that has helped me. I have a lot of drafts of videos that I've not posted, a lot of them that I'm just talking. And I'm like, I hope I get confidence to post these videos and create the pages that needs to go. But even if I don't, it's helping me. And it's actually helping me improve my public speaking. And I realized after a long time of not giving speeches or not talking, I was actually stammering. So now I'm back to reading books. I also love writing my book right here. So I draft a lot, if you can say. I draft a lot anytime I have an idea. All this is drafts for today. All this is draft for today. So I have several books because I have several ideas. I had actually stopped writing. I had stopped writing because I kept feeling I write a lot. But then I didn't know that I had stopped the one thing that was actually helping me. So find an outlet. And it's actually one of the people I'm talking to. I'm talking to a few people who are helping me get back in shape and stuff like that in terms of my mental health. So one of them suggested I go back to the things I loved as a child, and it's honestly helping me. So get yourself the things that you love, and that will be your outlet. Just know that an outlet will help you. It will help you calm your mind. It will help you know that whatever it is that you remember, we've said this is not a big deal. You just need to figure out where you are, you just need to figure out where to start. You just need to figure out 0 to 1. You are now at 0. You need to figure 0 to 1. After you figure to 1, trust me, you'll figure to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 until you get to 100. But you need to figure the 0 to 1, and you can only figure 0 to 1 if you get outlets, because it's no coincidence that people who go through a lot of mental health sometimes are the best artists, they're best writers, they're best speakers. Why? It's because they use their music or their writings or their art as outlet. Get an outlet today. Start looking at everything as an opportunity. Whatever is frustrating you, look at it as if it's an opportunity. What do I mean? You are depressed, right? You're anxious, right? There are anxious people, depressed people who are making it big because they use their pain to write it or to do something that will inspire generations. You've seen heartbreak songs, they're always trending. They're always trending because a lot of people can relate. So that means there's an opportunity right there. Despite you being depressed, despite you going through so much, there's an opportunity right here. Use it. How can you turn your pain into purpose? You also have to be very careful with how you view things. If you view something as a positive thing, if you view something as an opportunity, let's say you're like, I'm going through this, I am broke, I am on my lowest, I've lost my business, I've lost my job. What is the opportunity here? It is actually going to determine your enthusiasm in bouncing back. Let's say you've lost a job and you're looking at it. What can I do? Can I start my own business? Can I start a foundation that helps people? What exactly can I do? You are going to be so motivated to bounce back because you are looking at it as an opportunity. But if you lose your job and something happens and you're looking at it like, I'm always so unlucky, I'm so unhappy, I'm always depressed, if you look at things from that point, you will not have the courage to bounce back. You need to look at everything that happens to you as an opportunity. And honestly, I think when I was younger, as a child, I had figured it out. I feel like I had figured out my life when I was young, when I was 8 years, 9 years, 10 years. Because no matter the challenges that were thrown my way, I kept looking at it as an opportunity. I would look and look until I get a yes. But then as I grew, people put fears in me. People project their fears. And now I'm this young adult. Not really young, I'm old. Yeah. Anyway, now I'm this adult who is trying to like figure out. I used to know that you just knock every door until you get a yes. So right now I need to like work on my mind to get back. And I remember when I started my fashion business, I used to look at it as an opportunity to inspire the world, to influence people, to be a fashion icon. And you know what that did? It made me work so much harder. I was positive no matter the challenges I experienced. And then like last year, I started seeing fashion business was dragging me down. And it was just, I was constantly dealing with issues from people. I was a kind person. I was trying to help everybody. And it kept backfiring on my face. So I got really bitter with it, and that affected the performance. So how you view something is how you will be. Look at things as opportunities. Look at the people who are experiencing the same challenges that you experienced but are now winning big. Look at their stories and see there was an opportunity right there. If you listen to millionaires interviews, billionaires interviews, they were almost all of them, they were all broke at some point. They went bankrupt at some point. They were auctioned at some point. They made bad business decisions. They employed the wrong people. You listen to them and you realize the only difference between you and them is that they never gave up. They kept trying again, and they kept seeing opportunities in whatever hole life tried to throw them. And I would want you to do the same. Know that whatever challenge you're going through, ask yourself how many people are going through this. It's like if you've been going through mental health, how about you write a book about mental health and start doing seminars? You can actually do so much. If you run a business and didn't succeed, how about you start a channel and start telling us about all you experience? I need you to know it's okay. Like, it's just that it's hard, but as long as you see it as an opportunity, you are always going to figure it out. Talk to someone. You know, the most interesting thing is that when we are going through stuff, we always feel like we're the first people who are experiencing it. That is not the truth. Now, if you're going through business challenges or work-related problems or family, or you're going through divorce, or you're going through a health problem, addiction, accidents, death, someone else has gone through it. And while your experiences might be different, it will help you understand that you're not alone. It'll help your brain so much in processing this and knowing that other people have overcome it, and you will do the same. So talk to someone, talk to your friends, talk to people. And if you don't have friends to talk to, I want you to talk to a therapist or a psychiatrist, someone who will actually help you and someone who will make you understand that your life is not as bad as it looks. You can actually bounce back. Get someone, talk to someone. Now, let me give you an interesting story. When I realized, like 2 weeks ago when I was telling you, I decided to just start. The first person who came to my mind was my online mentor. I have an online mentor. He does not know he's my mentor, unfortunately. He does not know, but I really, really look up to him. I've had several online mentors. At some point, it was Steve Harvey, Les Brown. I've had many, but right now, my online mentor is Dr. He's Miles Myron Golden. Sorry, I keep confusing them. I keep confusing the name Byron with Miles. Myron Golden. If you don't know Myron Golden, you can actually check him out. But he is the person that I literally look up to in terms of business, because he said he's lost it like twice and now he's back. And I love his teachings and his passion. I went online and I wanted to speak to him. And then I went and I found there was a number they had put on their social media. And I emailed. I tried calling the number, it didn't go through, so I emailed the number. I emailed the contact they had, not the contact, but the email they had given them. And I got a response. And I was given an hourly rate. It was $40,000 for 1 hour consultation if you're in Florida physically, if you're not, virtually. And then I asked how this $40,000, it's for how long, and I was told it's 1 hour consultation. That thing humbled me and at the same time challenged me to work and get out of my mental health, because I was like, oops, what do you mean $40,000 an hour? I was like, okay. I even respect him more as my online mentor because, like, what do you mean? And yeah, so I had some emails back and forth. I mean, that was his team, not him. So I got the back and forth with his team. And I was given some rates cards, and I was like, that is quite something. And so that challenged me so much. And I knew at the moment, unfortunately, I could not afford him and I couldn't talk. But if he was available, that's a person I wanted to speak to. So you see, it's okay to dream. It's okay for you to want. My mind had decided I needed to speak to to Myron Golden. I was like, you inspire me. I think you just need to tell me a word and I'll be fine. But then yeah, I was not able to speak to him. So it's fine. After that, I now spoke to my brother. I've shared in this platform before that I was an adopted child at some point. So my brother from that family. And I didn't want to speak to him because he had just lost his brother a few months ago. And it was hard for me. So I could only imagine how hard it was for him. But I had to like talk to him because how else was I going to survive? I just sent him a message. And thank God he was so responsive. I did not know he was going to respond. He actually responded. And he kept calling me. I was told to go home. He showed so much concern. And since Mom Rose, who is my adoptive mom, got sick, I always felt I was alone. I was so shocked that I wasn't alone. So he called me and he told me every time I'm going through stuff, I call him. So I've been calling him, talking to him. And he even got me a therapist. He said I needed to speak to someone. He actually went an extra mile, paid for me there because I didn't pay the therapist. So I've been seeing the therapist. This is my dad. I did my dad session the other week. I'm going to my fourth one. He's been speaking to me about business. We sat down and we saw the numbers and how I had gone through so much, and we wrote it down, and he made it look so easy. You know, he has experience in business. Like, this is so easy. You just need to have a plan, like monthly. What do you do? What do you do? You can bounce back. He didn't look at the numbers as if they were big as I was looking at them. So that taught me it's very important to speak to someone. And now, yeah, speak to someone. And sometimes it's the most unexpected people, because honestly, I didn't expect him to be there for me. But if you realize your life is going downhill and you're suicidal and you're going through stuff, I need you to speak to someone. I need you to tell someone you're not okay, and I need you to know it's okay for you to aim high. It does not have to be people who know you. Use the pain to produce blessings. What you go through doesn't determine who you become, but actually who or what you listen to. I saw a quote that said that, and that is so true. Remember when challenges happen to you? You can actually fall apart and break down and cry and self harm yourself, break yourself, do things that will harm you years to come. Or you can actually see an opportunity to become better, stronger, wiser, resilient, and even more focused. We are who we are because of the things that shaped us. And this thing that has led you to your lowest is actually an opportunity for you to produce blessings. Ask yourself, I've been through this. How can I ensure the next person doesn't go through it? I think that is the basis of everything that we do for humanity. You can start a business so that you can teach other entrepreneurs to never fail like you did. You can start funding capital so that you fund entrepreneurs because no one funded you when you wanted. You can actually start creating job opportunities and have a page that shows people job opportunities because you really suffered looking for one. You can start a cancer fund drive to support patients because you were affected. You can you can do a lot. You can just be kind and do things that help other people because you went through it. Produce blessings. Let your pain produce blessings. In my case, what do I do? When I hit my lowest bottom, I hate to admit it, but I think I wasn't the best person to some people. And not because I wanted to, but I had a lot of it. I would get irritated so easily. I would get angered so easily. So I think there's some people I wronged. Not really wronged, but maybe I wasn't like the best person. So right now that I'm rebuilding my life and I'm trying to see how I can be better, I'm trying to be a better boss because I cannot fix the people I messed up with, maybe I can tell them sorry, maybe send a message, but it can actually fix the one I have. I can be kind to them, I can smile at them, I can hug them, I can be there for them, understand their stories, I can inspire them. So I am using the pain and being at my lowest to know that mental health is very strong, and I do not want to be a cause of someone else's mental health. And if I have ever been a cause of someone else's mental health, maybe I shouted at them, or maybe I wasn't, like I am trying to be literally be a better person. Sometimes I fail, but sometimes I win, and most of the time I win. So I'm gonna try, because honestly, it feels so wrong to be alone. Also, it made me change my focus. Before, I really wanted to like save kids living in the streets, but I went through a lot of mental health with them, not them specifically, but their parents. So I want to now help people, but how do I do it in a structured manner? Do I study? Like I'm figuring out how to do things in a better way. And yeah, and now turning my pace into purpose, I've been sharing my journey in this channel. And you know what that makes me feel? It makes me feel exposed and naked. But at least I'm sharing. So I'm turning my pain into purpose. So whether it ever blows up, I hope it does. I hope it does. I hope it does. Whether it ever blows up or not, honestly, I'll be so grateful that I turned my pain into purpose. Find a reason to keep going. Find a reason to keep going, okay? I know you can. You just have to decide that you will do it. You just have to decide that this will not be the end of me. I will keep going. I will keep going. I will keep going. And I saw someone saying, because you are human, you have the capacity. So, meaning the capacity is already in you. You just have to decide to keep going. Find a reason. What is your reason? I think when I was at my lowest, I actually thought I'm done. And I contemplated taking away my life like a month ago. So like twice, severally. And the reason why was that is the brother from the family that had fostered me took his own life. And that it made me feel I could also do the same, because I literally admired him. He was a business tycoon. He was a business icon. He had a big company. And now I'm running a business and it's stressing me, and I've gone through losses and I'm trying. I'm literally trying. And then he takes his life. So what is there left for me? So I had that thought for a while. But then what has kept me going is just I've found like my team cares for me. I have a very good team. So they don't know, and I've never told them that. But during that time when I was not okay, and I would be left in the office by myself, I would think, it's seventh floor. I'm in seventh floor, so should I throw myself? He threw himself in 14th floor. But then I was like, maybe I need to go rent a house that is 14th floor and throw myself. But then I would wonder how my team would react in the morning if they find I'm not okay. So that kept me, and they don't know, because my team is just, they literally show up to work. They literally, I have a good team. They have families, they have kids, and I'm looking at it, I'm like, the young ones are very friendly. So I'm looking at them like, how will they? Like I'm gonna leave them broken. So I found a reason to just live for my business. And yeah, I think I was just like, if I go, all these people who watch me, all those people have inspired to deal with, disability, and to just start a business and run as a young entrepreneur. All the videos I've done, who will post them? So I found a reason, because I wanted to finish fast posting my video, and I edited my YouTube videos. I was like, let me post them before I go. So find a reason. You just need one reason to stay alive. Find one reason, and just keep pushing a day at a time. And also understand that everyone goes through it. Everyone you see is actually going through challenges. Sometimes it might not look like it, because we're living in the era of social media where everybody shows their successes and they're winning, they're traveling, they're doing well, they're getting married, they're celebrating. But people have a lot of challenges that they don't talk about, and everyone has a unique challenge they're going through. And knowing that will make you understand that it's not a punishment, it's not a curse. For the longest, I contemplated maybe my challenges were curses, but now I realize, oh, it wasn't like God wanted me to like go through all this so that I can be strong. So just knowing that there are people who've been through before me, and they've been through the same challenges, unique in their own way, but they survived, makes me know that I will survive, and so should you. Talk to people. You will realize even the ones you admire the most, some of them are actually handling more than you are. Tell yourself that you are your biggest friend or your biggest enemy. Tell yourself that no one else can stop you, only you can. Tell yourself that no adversity, no tribulation, no problem will actually stop you, because you are your biggest enemy or your biggest friend, and you're choosing to be your friend. Tell yourself that. Tell yourself that as a friend to yourself, you have to make it. And tell yourself that it does not matter what it takes. Be your own friend. How do you speak to your friends? How do you speak to your friends? I know you speak to your friends in a kind way. If a friend calls you and they tell you they are going through a lot, what do you tell them? You will tell them, you will overcome. I know you as a strong person. You have whatever it takes. Isn't that how you talk to your friends? You will even tell them that they are strong, they are beautiful, that they have all it takes. So if your friend calls you when they are going through low moments, you actually encourage them. How about you do the same for yourself? Tell yourself you can, and you've got this. And be your own friend. Be your own friend. And that takes me to the next point of stop caring about others' opinions. I want you to know this. Friends, when you're on your lowest moment, sometimes they will change. Others will disappear, others will not pick your call, others will talk badly behind your back, and you will know. You will be broken because these are people you are literally there for. Those are people you would have taken a bullet for. But we glamorize mental health in social media. We talk about it. But the reality of the matter is, when you are going through mental health or when you're going through your lowest moments, you will not find a lot of people sticking around. They will disappear because they are uncomfortable with the version that you are. And you have to understand that. But I also need you to know that some people are for your highs, other people are for your lows, and very few are for your rebuilding. And so if anyone sticks around when you're going through a change or a loss or your lowest moments, those people are for your rebuilding. Those are your true friends, and you only need one or two. The others who drop off, that is okay. Make peace with it. Stop caring about their opinions and stop calling them. Stop texting them. Just stop wanting them to be there for you, because if they shame you constantly and constantly that they disappear when you're not okay, those are not your friends. We go to families. We expect our family to be there for us, okay? But sometimes they will not understand the pressure that you carry, the challenges that you carry, the silence. They will have a lot of expectations and sometimes not understand when you're not okay. And that is okay. And that is fine. You just need to understand and have those boundaries and know that that's family, and sometimes they not just understand. And you cannot constantly keep worrying about bouncing back and still worry about them. So sometimes you just need to distance yourself, isolate yourself, and figure out your life before you go back to save everyone. And also stop worrying about everyone's opinion. Stop carrying everybody. That's connected to the point up there, because you will need to drop your family, your friends, some of them, not all of them, the ones who are maybe a little bit toxic, until you rebuild. Sometimes I saw a quote that says sometimes successful people or intelligent people fail because they help. No, I don't want to use the word, but it was like STUPID. I don't want to call anyone that, but they help those kind of people. And I tend to think that if you're on your lowest, sometimes you will need to know when to drop. And sometimes it can actually be your closest family member that you need to drop. Maybe they constantly keep borrowing you money. Maybe they don't understand you're going through challenges. They are always putting their needs first. They don't care if you're okay. It's time to let them go. It's actually time to just distance yourself for a while and rebuild. Friends, team members. Rebuilding your life will take a lot of sacrifices. It will take a lot of self-awareness. You will need to know that it's do or die and give your all every day. And anyone who will not be comfortable with your rebuilding, you need to let them go until you are back on your feet. Stop carrying everybody. You know, when I was preparing for this video today morning, I was listening to another speaker, and I don't know, I ended up crying because I realized how much I've tried to carry people in my life, and they end up so ungrateful. I've tried. I've been helping. I take people to hospital. I pay their school fees. I pay bills. But then when I was going through some tough times, you tell them, I'm not in a position to, let me just send you. If you're selling someone like 10,000, like, let me send you 5,000, they start talking badly. And I was like, carrying people is good if you can afford it. But if you end up reaching the lowest moment, you need to know that it's time to let them go until you're fine. Stop waiting for everything to collapse around you. Have hope, okay? You know, being in your lowest moment sometimes will actually make you realize or feel like you will not be able to get out of it. And now, so you live every day waiting for things to collapse, waiting for things to go wrong. And when you do that, your mental health is about to break. You're going to be so lost. And so I am normally very bubbly and my voice is normally very high, but speaking about this makes me so emotional. So today my voice is calm and collected as the mature lady that I am. Anyway, so I was saying this. If you've been at your lowest, start hoping. Start hoping that you can rebuild, that things will be okay, that it's just a season, that you can actually do this. Because if you don't, you are going to be very frustrated. And so I know this feeling very well. When I hit my rock bottom, I stopped actually hoping for things to be okay. So it reached a point where I was just waking up and scrolling the whole day and waiting for things to collapse. My health, yeah, because I was really getting, boom, I was overeating. My business, I was like, I'm in debt, so I'm waiting for just someone to come and auction me. My literally everything. And when that is happening, if you're waiting for everything to collapse and you have no hope, you start trying. You stop even making that small step. The one step that we talked about, you stop. And I did that for like almost 3 months. I was like, whatever happens, happens. And you know, the saddest thing is, nothing happened. And I kept feeling like someone might go online and expose me for being a fraud. Oh, I've struggled with that. When you go through losses and you're broke and maybe you have debts, you constantly feel someone will expose you online, especially if you're building a brand. And I kept like waiting for that to happen. Every morning I will go to some of these gossip sites. I'm like, have I been exposed? And it didn't happen at all. It didn't happen at all. So you see, that tells you that the things that you're expecting to happen might not happen. And no, you will end up wasting a lot of time. I wish I started doing, like, I wish I kept doing constant videos every time when I was not okay. Like, it would have saved me a lot of worry. Right now, have I solved everything? Honestly, no. Like, honestly, no. Oops, thank God I have this. I thought I don't have it, but let me put it here. Honestly, I don't have everything figured out. Oops, that was a wrong decision. See, using one hand will humble you. So I normally have someone helping me, but I wanted to be independent. Let me put it out. So right now, have I solved everything? No, not really. I've just started waking up early and I've just started doing things like step by step. I still have things that are pending and I need to work on, but I've stopped hoping that I'll collapse, and I've actually started believing that nothing is going to go wrong and that my God is very strong, and that my God has always protected me from going down, and I will not go down. And when that changed, everything changed, and I started focusing and I started working on myself step by step. I still have a lot of mountains, and there's this thing. Every time I have a lot of work to do, I abandon it altogether. So right now, because my life is everywhere, I kind of feel like I am doing things daily by daily, and that makes me hopeful that I'm gonna fix things and I'm gonna be okay. And I think this is the first. Is this the first YouTube video of the year? Yes, this is the first. No. The one that I broke down was like I did like 2 when I was breaking down. So those 2 and then this one. So this year, and it's like the 4th month, and I've not recorded any video. So that tells you how bad it was. I was waiting for my life to collapse, but now. Not anymore. Not on my watch. I'm not collapsing. Okay? I am building my life. I am becoming a star. I'm gonna be on your screens. I'm gonna be famous. I'm gonna be successful. I'm gonna be rich, and I'm gonna be. You're gonna look at that girl like, is that the same girl who cried here? So yeah, like, stop waiting for things to collapse. Nothing is collapsing. Nothing is going wrong, and you can do it. Look within you. There's something within you. You have power that is within you that is greater than all those things that are happening around you, all those circumstances. You can fight it and you can be strong and get it from someone who thought that losing their life was the best option. You can do it. Nothing is going to collapse. I believe in you. Do you believe in yourself? Why are you not believing in yourself? Look at yourself. Look at how pretty you are. Look at how handsome you are. Look at how talented you are. Look at how resilient you are. You've overcome all those things you went through. Nothing is going to break you. You're very strong and I'm proud of you. Stop questioning yourself. I know at the moment in your lowest you're asking yourself questions. Am I worthy? Why do I do things this way? Am I cursed? Will I ever bounce back? Yes, you will. Instead of questioning yourself, I want you to do the things we said first. You have to speak one win a day. Because you know what? You are not broken. Yes, you might be broken. Your heart might be broken. Your finances might be broken. Your spirit might be broken. Your health might be broken. Physical might be broken. But you're not. You're just overwhelmed. Like you're going through so much pain. And it's not really just about the pain you experience and you are hurting because maybe it has been a lot. So I need you to tell yourself that instead of questioning yourself every day and things that end up depressing you, I want you to start acting on just one thing, as we said, and know that life happens to you the way God intended it to happen. So if you are meant to have this particular disease, you are meant to have it, and you're going to hell, and it might overwhelm you, but your brokenness is what will make you whole. And in case you're broken, okay, I said a statement there that I tend to I want to explain it a little bit. I said you're not broken, you're overwhelmed. That happens to be if your lowest moment came from bad decisions. But when it comes from things like accidents, hell, those ones, of course, you're broken. So that's why. So you can rebuild this, and you need to ask yourself the right questions. Not why am I always failing? Or how do I rebuild from here and ensure that I never fail again? Ask yourself the right questions, not questions that drain you, but questions that actually build you. Stop relying on motivation and get structure. Every now and then you will struggle. But if you put structure, it will help you because you will show up anyway, no matter how you're feeling. Unintentionally, you have something that keeps you going. Structure saves you. Just have structure. Say this hour to this hour, I'll do this. And stick to that no matter how you feel. Because I realized anytime I depend on motivation, I'm motivated for a week, then 3 weeks I'm not motivated. And so expecting myself to just do things when I'm motivated ends up draining me. And structure will always save you. Motivation will always help you on days that you're feeling motivated, but structure saves you. You keep moving anyway, not perfectly, but intentionally. Have a structure, just a small structure. You are not behind, you are rebuilding. Let me tell you something. Rebuilding is messy. It looks slow. It's like starting over again when no one is clapping for you. But can I tell you something very powerful? Sometimes what you rebuild becomes stronger than what was destroyed. Just know that you are not behind. Stop comparing yourself with your friends. Stop comparing yourself from people from online. Just know that you're rebuilding and you're not behind. And rebuilding means you're not starting from zero, you're starting from experience. And also, while at that, make peace with your life story. Just know that your life story is unique and it's different, and it's because it's yours. And the moment you do that, you will become unstoppable and you will be able to start from zero and go your way up. And while you're doing that, please share your journey with us if you are in a position to. I think it's very inspiring to watch people rebuild their life again. And before I leave, I want to tell you, rock bottom is not pain, it's clarity. It helps you see who you are without the noise, without the claps, without anything, and understand yourself more. Rock bottom is a place where you get to learn and understand yourself and make better decisions. Because when everything falls apart, you start finally seeing what matters. Start a step at a time. Drink water, go to the gym, do that one exercise, make that one phone call, sleep for that extra hour, write that one page. You can rebuild your life, and I believe in you, and I know that you can. I know that you can, and that you being in this has actually taught you a lot, so that even when you finally make it, you will be grateful that you actually did it. Before I go, I want to say bye bye, but before I go, I am rebuilding this. I'm rebuilding my life publicly. I even started a series called Rebuilding Brightstar, where every day I upload what I've rebuilt. And you know the saddest thing, I've recorded a few days, like 5 of them, and I've not posted any because I'm scared, because I feel like it's so raw for me to rebuild publicly. But now, after doing this video, I am going to start posting that series, Rebuilding Brightstar, and it's every day you just rebuild. And I want to look at myself in a year or 2 years and see how I rebuild my life. And I hope that can motivate you to actually rebuild yours. It's doable. Like I am here, and I'm in a lot of um even before I did this video, I did what I switched on my phone. I was like, I don't want to receive a message that makes me feel bad. So I am in a lot of pressure where business is concerned. But that pressure, I'm looking at it as an opportunity to see how can I solve my business and have a bigger business going forward. And so we are in this together. You are not alone. We are rebuilding together. And I wish you all the best. And may you know that being in the rock bottom is not the end of it. And you can actually rebuild your life. We have come to the end of today's video. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for staying until this point. Shine, shine, besties, and see you in the next video.